is up, everybody? The Toyman 52 is back, and today I'm going to be doing something very, very weird and new. So, what you see in the ring here is just a bunch of Marvel Legends, right? You know, mixed with the MCU and the comics, but there is some common ground here. One, that they're all Marvel Legends, and then two, that they're all bald. Now, hear me out. This is gonna be one of the most stupid things I'll probably ever do. But there's some people in the comments, and they keep saying some things about wanting me to be bald, which was funny for me to hear, you know, because I was bald at one point. But anyways, that kind of just made me decide I'm going to make a top 10 list here. And I'm going to make a top 10 list of the top 10 Marvel Legend figures that are bald. Now, everyone you see here is just a nomination. You know, these aren't the actual top 10. So if you're like, no, the other bald character would have been much better, you know, I probably agree with you. You know, as I'm going to be also looking at what the action figure is like, along with the baldness. I know this is so weird, but like, since it's still kind of new and this is kind of like a fun little celebration for hitting 1,000, I guess I'm just going to do something stupid, and this will either just make you unsub or want to come back even more. And maybe if this is like cool enough and you guys want to see more, I can do like more top 10 lists of some weird, strange thing. So here we are now with these guys. These are all just, you know, people that could have made the list, but they didn't, you know, just because either, you know, I don't know. It's all basically my opinion, so some of you guys will probably say that, oh, this other one's better, but, you know, decisions were very hard to make in this list. So let's go and look and see which figures are the best, and we'll start off with number 10. Number 10 is going to be the leader. Now, I know this isn't Hasbro, and I didn't show any Toy Biz nominations, but there is some Toy Biz figures that still hold up to this day, and this is a special kind of baldness, I think, where it looks like the leader just came out of Little Nicky, and if you've seen Little Nicky, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But even though this figure came out like, what, 2005 or 6, something like that, still holds up pretty well. And, you know, the fact it's leader, and just look at that guy. Yeah, definitely a ridiculous list, and number 10 being one of the most ridiculous looks. Number 9 is Professor X, because you can't do excellence without being bald. You know, and yeah, Professor X, you know, he wins baldness here because, one, it's one of the most classic characters, and he's got that classic chair, which really makes it a really cool bald action figure, if you think about it. Real close. Yeah. Excellent in baldness. Very nice. Number 8 here is Radioactive Man, and this is because it is simply translucent baldness. You got a good translucent green baldness all around the figure, and is actually a cool action figure himself. And you know me, you know, if you're gonna get a new character and Radioactive Man, he's one of the coolest, I think, and it's kind of like one of those little underdog characters. Number 7 here is Vulture from the Toy Biz line, and that was that Fearsome Foes 5-pack, I believe. And yeah, it's Spider-Man there, and there's Vulture, Rhino, stuff like that. And even though Hasbro has had a couple of shots of doing Vulture, I really don't think they're able to actually beat the Toy Biz version. Yeah, the articulation points suck, you know, and the design isn't that great on them. You know, we still got those ball joints, but this is a creepy bald man, and they really did a good job getting that old bald man likeness, right? And just looks like Creeper. And then the figure himself, you know, that just helps out a bunch more. And, you know, I think Hasbro still needs to get another shot at Vulture and really care about giving him like a new body, because paint ain't gonna just do it. And, you know, the wings needed some work too, with some real feather likeness to it. Number 6 is Absorbing Man, the Build-A-Figure version. Now, the reason why I picked him is because, that head sculpt is like a real egghead baldness. You got that kind of wrestler look. You kind of see the Hills Have Eyes look kind of with this guy. And yeah, I think it's really cool to see this version of a of a bald representation, so to say, for this video. The ball joints on the legs were definitely a knockdown. That's why he kind of fell a little further down this list. I would have had him higher up, but then when I just kind of looked at the figure overall, I just kind of had to jump down this way. All right, now number 5 is Thanks, aka Thanos, aka the guy who made bald being cool again, and also making bald being a guy who likes genocide. That's just how Thanos is, right? And this figure really is just, a cool baldness to the character. This is so weird. But yeah, Thanos, guys. He's a great figure, and they've always, done some updates. And the reason why I chose Infinity War is because, he really did make a real threat in that movie, and it just kind of seemed a little more connected. I did like the suit better, but as bringing in some of that Chad baldness to the big screen, Thanos definitely did that in Infinity War. Number 4 is Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart. This is the X-Men movie version. And yeah, the reason why he's on this list is, well, it's Patrick Stewart and, bald guy, right? And I think it was just a great figure overall, and it was one that just definitely needed to be made, and is an amazing figure and of baldness. Number 3 is Silver Surfer, aka Norrin Rad. I had to do some research and just make sure it did say he was bald, and there is some other characters that I had to look and just make sure, and I did have to take figures off the list, but the Surfer did make it, and the reason why is because, one, it's Silver Surfer. This is a cool figure, and we also have it that he is bald, so we'll see if the Galactus version next year would give this one a run for his money, but as for right now, this Silver Surfer is winning. Number 2 is going to be Kingpin, and I know a lot of people are saying, what? Kingpin should probably be number 1. If you know your bald characters, Kingpin was probably the one you were thinking, because I definitely had a tough decision to decide who would be number 1, and I have a very good reason on why number 1 will be number 1, but Kingpin definitely did give a run for his money, and I think that's why he's also number 2. He's a really great figure himself, and he does prove excellence in baldness, and he even comes with several different head sculpts of baldness if you want to make him look bald in certain angles, whatever you prefer. But that's number 2. Here is number 1, Bullseye. And a lot of people must be thinking, what, why, or yes, this is amazing. And here is my reason why, is because, 1, he is super cool looking. Bullseye has a great costume, he's got throwing knives and things like that, and he shows an excellent of baldness. You know what this guy looks like? He looks like a guy who just did something in the bathroom and is ready to have a good time. And not only is it that it's a great time, but you can also make it a great time with another figure. Now, the way I mean by that is, because you guys know me, I like to buy 2, and I do have another Bullseye with the mask on, but since I had an extra bald head and I wanted to make that use out of it, I decided to do that Bullseye head on the Hawkeye body. Hawkeye. I said Hawkeye. But yeah, Hawkeye's body, because obviously in the Dark Avengers he was in there. So this is why I kind of also picked him, because you kind of got more use out of it, and you got kind of like a double play for it. And yeah, just look at that, yeah, he's just going crazy. That is probably one of my most favorite head sculpts I've seen made. I just love the screaming effect. You know, it's just so comic-y. It looks, I just love that sculpt. It looks like natural, and it looks like he's just going crazy. All right, so that was my top 10 list of bald characters in Marvel Legends. I hope you guys did enjoy that list. If you disagree and you wish someone else was there, put it down in the comments. If you want to see other future videos like that, where doing some random list, put that down in the comments. I'm willing to do, suggestions or top 10 lists of something DC related or Star Wars, Marvel, whatever. Definitely all for it. So, put down what you think in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe too if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content. And the reason why I did this, I mean, obviously I'm just celebrating that 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for doing all that. For the people who support the channel, I was really surprised I got to 1,000 this quick. I was not expecting this, but I did. So I must be doing something right? So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna give out reviews. I'm gonna do toy discussions about future product, and do oddball videos like this, the top 10 bald characters in Marvel Legends, other types, lists, whatever. Gonna do some new things, experimental things too, kind of test, see what works and what doesn't work. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see any kind of type of content or list, whatever. Another thing is I am going to be changing my channel name. I just kind of feel like I need to be a little bit more unique, and I don't want a number in there, so I'm kind of going to change it, but it's going to still be similar. So hopefully you guys will not mind it. Nothing's going to change about the channel, though, just a name. And yeah, if you subscribe to me, you shouldn't see a difference, but if you haven't and you're checking this out and you're still watching me for some reason, then hit subscribe, please. Just so you don't miss on that content, that'd be pretty cool to see whatever I post, right? And hopefully you guys care about something I post. I don't know. Hopefully I just give something out there that you guys want to watch. That's just it. So again, thanks guys for who's been watching this channel. Appreciate that support, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on another toy video. Take care.